It's week 3 of the NFL, where London will play host to a different kind of football.
Hope y'all ready for this one, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So what a time this is, folks. We always said that if there was an international city ready for an NFL franchise, this was the one. And now that day has arrived, a permanent NFL team here in the capital city of London. And judging by the early numbers, they could not be more proud. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On first down, Randall, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bailey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. At the Saints' 12-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. buying time to his left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Pick up 2 brings up second and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
He finds his man complete. It's Barber. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 55 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And the Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 1 back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here now, 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Up the middle they go. Randall, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This defense for the Saints, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. In motion, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on first down. Randall, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. On first down, Randall. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll look to throw here. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this out past the 40. look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
He'll buy some time right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Randall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Drops it underneath the goal. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. Randall, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Back to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 3. It's caught by Randall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Now they'll change things up. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And it's caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dragons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline, or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Right down the middle, and that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just to
switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Randall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on 1st down. Randall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dragons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First down, Saints.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Barber. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 17 now. Here's a 1st and 10.
First down, New Orleans.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Brings up the 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Randall shreds the tackle to the 43, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on 4th down, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And here's a handoff out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. London about set to take over on offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that calm down might get the fans back into this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 5. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. London about set to take over on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Randall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Sloan taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a handoff up the middle. Randall, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Randall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a give right side. Randall. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Randall. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall, and he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for London, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on